Good afternoon and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Visit cnext.bank for more. Happy Thursday. 10 minutes late on starting the live stream, folks. Actually, about 11 minutes late. But who's counting? I've been 10 to 11 minutes late for everything so far today. I'll get back on schedule. Hopefully. Eventually. Maybe. I don't know. Let's take a look at the satellite this afternoon. There's a few afternoon cumulus clouds starting to sneak in. By the way, today's forecast made possible by ServPro, Monroe, West Monroe. Faster to any size disaster. Visit servpro.com for more. The clouds we'll call it mostly sunny this afternoon. Should be a beautiful rest of the afternoon across the region. If you have outdoor plans, I highly suggest that, you keep them. Temperatures are in the low 60s, upper 50s for some, 57 in Ruston, 60 in Monroe, 61 in El Dorado, 59 in Winsboro. We don't spend a lot of time on the forecast midday. Simply put, the forecast does not call for a lot of your attention. And I'm really, as I launch this platform, I want the daily forecast to be there and available for you when you need it as you take a look at dew points and wind speeds. But I also want it to be very realistic. We don't need to sit here and spend 10, 15, 20 minutes on a forecast that's relatively quiet. So just want to kind of give you what you needed, and you can be on your merry way. In many instances on a day like today, you may not even need to check out the live stream or the latest video forecast. Just go to the app, get your forecast, and move on. But again, the daily presence and being here every day, I think, is very, very important to this whole process. And then during severe weather, when it's needed, we could provide that more detailed coverage. Again, winds are out of the north, and they've been a smidge breezy at times. Again, we had it 10 to 15 mile an hour range, but really, as I mentioned this morning, the safer bet was kind of 5 to 15 miles an hour. Those winds will kind of fluctuate off and on through the afternoon. Latest Drought Monitor, as updated every Thursday morning, shows abnormally dry conditions for a good chunk of the area. I would say roughly 40% of the region, and then the moderate drought conditions for, I would say, roughly 10-ish% of the region, mainly across portions of southeastern Arkansas, and then also stretching through western Louisiana along the I-49 corridor from Toledo Bend toward Natchitoches, and stretching into portions of Wynn and Grant parishes. May, good afternoon to you, and Jan, hello. Thank you for stopping in as well. I shared these with you yesterday, and they've obviously been updated to include yesterday's high temperatures, but kind of a month in review, if you will, for the month of October. And you can really kind of set your sight on Saturday, October 18th, as the day that the pattern truly changed in our area, and it knocked us from almost 2.5 weeks straight of above average temperatures back to and eventually below average. El Dorado, it was kind of the same story, with the 18th being the big day that kind of changed the pattern for the good and kind of jolted us into fall, if you will. The rain totals kind of tell the same story. Dry through the first half of the month. Second half, still fairly dry, but got the more frequent storm systems to make their way through the area, and that helped us out and kind of got us trending in the right direction. Same story in El Dorado. Very dry to start the month, but the 18th, that storm system really set us in a better pattern for the last 2 weeks or so. The downside of that is the pattern starts to shift back to the dry, warmer than normal pattern over the next 7 days. Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe. Again, holiday season, Christmas season right around the corner. If you're looking at youth side-by-sides and ATVs, you may want to check out with Mike and the guys. There is going to be limited stock, so act now. Shows the clouds start to move back in on Saturday. We mentioned this yesterday, and I mentioned it this morning, a developing cold front that really won't have much to work with in terms of deep layered moisture across our region, but I would expect to scour out quite a bit of cloud cover through the day on Saturday, and I also wouldn't be surprised for some brief showers to return. Most of the rain totals would be rather light and spotty, but it is a possibility for your Saturday, and normally that wouldn't be a big problem, but Saturday is obviously a big day in terms of it's the first of the month of November, and we've got a lot of outdoor activities and things of that nature. And we're getting to that time of the year where outdoor activities are just the norm. So just be aware, light rain, spotty light rain could be a nuisance. Won't necessarily be a washout, but it will be a nuisance for some areas, potentially Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Don't let it deter you from going to the Grambling State or the ULM games. Both of those games, we're not looking at thunderstorm potential or anything like that. Hello, Miss Sue. And hello, Jan and Eddie. Happy Halloween to everybody as well. Once we get beyond Saturday, the sunshine is in, and it is in for a long time. Next week, I really don't see a whole lot in the way of rain chances. In fact, I really don't see a whole lot in the way of cloud cover once we get beyond Saturday and Sunday morning. Shonda has her sweater on. I have my hooded sweatshirt on. I'm cold all the time, though. All the time. And so, blend of many models. I really like where it sets our temperatures for the next several days. Drops a lot of us to near 40 degrees tomorrow morning, low 40s for the most part. Frost is not out of the realm of possibility. Said it this morning. I'll say it again right now, just for folks that if you have plants that cannot tolerate frost in any way, move them inside tonight because, again, there's the outlying chance that we could see some patchy frost. Camden, El Dorado, Smackover, Magnolia, maybe as far east as Hampton or Monticello, not out of the question. It'll be portions of southern Arkansas that would have the best chance of seeing patchy frost. That's not to say we can't see it in far northern Louisiana or in far western Mississippi, but the odds for you folks are a little bit lower. So, again, that's really our only big hazard as we go through the next several days. Annabeth, I'm so glad you love the app. I have some questions and some surveys coming forward soon for folks to be able to participate in. Nothing overly dramatic, just some one-question surveys, maybe once a week or so, asking some questions about the app. Daytime highs back in the mid to upper 60s for your Friday. Then that second front moves through on Saturday. So temperatures may only get into the mid 60s. We'll be contending with some cloud cover and some patchy drizzle, but it's kind of a tough call. May only see low 60s for Saturday afternoon. Maybe kind of a cool, cloudy, kind of gloomy day. Morning lows back in the mid-40s for Sunday morning. We stay a little bit cooler for Sunday afternoon. Many spots may struggle to get out of the 50s that day as we work in that cold front. And then Monday morning may be the coldest morning of the next 7 days, where upper 30s may be a little bit more widespread, and much of the area hovers close to 40 degrees to start the day. So there are some twists and some tweaks in the forecast. It's all updated in your app. I updated the app about 20 to 30 minutes ago, so you got some new information there. And then again, high temperatures start to rebound a little bit, especially as we head toward the middle parts of next week. High temperatures for the rest of the day, generally in the low to mid 60s. Most of us should see at least the 60-degree mark this afternoon. Lows tonight falling back into the low to mid 40s. Again, patchy frost is not out of the realm of possibilities for parts of the area. And then look at the 7-day forecast, and in full disclosure, 3 of the 10 minutes of why I was late for this live stream was to make sure that the Happy Halloween cat and pumpkin were in the right place and that the fallback clock was in the right place. I'm trying to get a little bit more efficient in drawing those out for you, and I'm going to add a lot more of those little fun little cute icons. Like I said, our friends at Barron load us up with all types of seasonal icons. So as long as I can remember that particular day is a holiday, I'll probably throw something up there. The only rain chances we have really are on Saturday. I've kept them pretty conservative at around 20%. Really, for some areas, I've even dropped them down to 10%, but it's a tough call. I don't want to say, we're not going to see rainfall, and then the clouds really scour out some light showers, and then everybody gets really grumpy at me. So it is a possibility. It's that caveat in the forecast, if you will. We dip back into the low 60s Sunday and then return quickly to the upper 60s and even the low 70s for the middle parts of next week. And that's when temperatures start climbing above average. Again, average high for this time of year is generally low 70s, so 72, 73 is, while just a little bit above average, still technically above average. So let's look at your forecast. I said I wasn't going to take 10, 15 minutes on the forecast and still spent 10 minutes. But there it is. I'll have your evening forecast. I'm going to join you about 4:30 this evening. Like I said, my wife's out of town for work. So it's just me and the little gremlin, and so I'm going to go pick her up shortly before 5, so 4:30ish. Cool for you guys. And then if anything crazy happens, obviously I'll let you know through the rest of the night, but there's nothing crazy happening with this. Of course, forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com or on the Digital Weather Desk app. I'll join you again 4:30 this afternoon. Your fish and game forecast comes out at 8 o'clock tonight. That's made possible by First South Farm Credit. And that pretty much does it. And so enjoy the rest of your lunch hour if you're on lunch hour, or enjoy the rest of your day, whatever. And thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank.